Hi, and welcome to a bonus edition of 10-Minute Food Truck Training. All this week, I will be doing a spin-off podcast called The Daily Dose with Helen Kramer from OurApp.io and a favorite twins, Lauren Bell and Lori Walker from Double Trouble Philly Cheesesteak Food Truck out of Houston, Texas.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Once again, we're back. We're hoping to do this every morning and wake up with you while you're doing your makeup or taking a shower, whatever you're doing, get the kids ready. Put on our morning podcast. I'm Helen.
I'm Bill.
I'm Lori.
And I'm Lauren. Welcome.
Woohoo! Welcome to the morning podcast. We haven't decided what our name is yet. We'll let you know in a few more podcasts. But today we're talking about expanding your protein because meat and certain items that you're buying that are on your entrees are getting so costly. So Bill gave us the amazing idea. I think we're going to let the girls kick it off this morning and Bill chime in because this isn't really anything in my wheelhouse. So Lauren and Lori, take it away. How can these new food truck owners and current food truck owners out there, how can they do better with their margins with the products that they buy?
For example, we talked about the vegetarian cheesesteak. We call it that, but there's no meat on it. It's all vegetables, your cheeses, it's sauteed up and everything just like we do the meat, but there's no actual meat on it. And people love that when they're looking for a vegetarian option. It's good, it's fulfilling, and they feel like they've really gotten something tasty.
So Lauren, in the beginning, Lori, do you know what she said since you guys are twins and you pretty much know everything that she's thinking?
She was mainly just talking about using the vegetarian option, making it more available is what I was gathering that she was saying, so that you kind of save on your inventory for the meat some. So offering that where it's all vegetables, that was a very good option. One of the other things I can say is to help us is to cut the vegetables a different cut, maybe a little bit bigger, because then you don't have to use as much meat. Like a lot of times when we chop our onions, we chop them fine, but maybe I can get my chopper to cut the blocks a little bit bigger and not chop so fine, because then that takes up volume and you don't have to use as much meat. But and that's just a way to expand to make our box of meat maybe last a little longer. We haven't really found another option, as Bill was talking about expanding the protein, but we're definitely willing to look into some of those ideas for sure.
Yeah, Bill, give us some ideas. I mean, we know that, we were talking about, I think on the first couple of podcasts, making sure, people are pre-ordering on the mobile app so you know what kind of meat you have left. But if you've got a huge long line and you have another protein in the truck, I'm sure it's going to be beneficial, right? You can say we're out of cheesesteak, but we still have pulled pork and they're hungry, and at least you can service them. So Bill, what great advice do you have for our listeners today?
Well, one of the things that food trucks can do is really expand the protein options. For example, you can take a little bit less of a cut of meat, one that a lot of people would ignore, like skirt steak, for instance. If it's cooked properly, you can get into braising or pressure cooking or sous vide. Any of those types of cooking methods will help soften the meat. And they're also, the neat thing about them is they are really low labor. Once you set up the pressure cooker, for instance, you can walk away from it. Don't have to tend it like you do something that you're cooking on a grill, for instance. So the recommendation for a lot of food trucks right now is to get into seasonings, to get into, nuts and seeds, those type of things. Mushrooms is a big one. All of those things add flavor and mimic meat. So it gives the texture so that you can help to extend, I guess is probably what we want to do, extend the amount of meat that we currently have, or to completely add on a new product using the lower quality meats, because again, it's how you prepare it. If you guys ever watch any of the cooking shows, they always have, the challenge where they're cooking with things that people don't normally consider edible, beef cheeks, beef tongue, those type of things. But they are edible if they're produced in a manner, with quality in mind of getting deliciousness out of it. So you got to explore all of those options. One thing that somebody suggested to me was, we all know chicken and waffles is super popular, but you can actually take veggies and have them mimic chicken with the coatings and the flavorings and include it with the waffle. So you have opportunities there. You just got to really think out of the box. I hate saying that term, but you really need to expand your thought process on what can I cook with what I currently have and just make it work. There's food out there. It's not necessarily the food we want to sell.
Right.
But if we're smart about it, we can make it taste great and impress some people to where they want to come back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And I want to plug Bill's spreadsheet too, because this is a great opportunity to enter the meats into that spreadsheet and see, look, you could push your pulled pork. People may love cheesesteak, but they may end up taking a break from it and eating a lot of pulled pork, and your margins are going to be so much better. So make sure you tune in to the Food Truck family, or join if you haven't and you're listening to this podcast. Really great tools there. And the ladies, do you have anything else, ladies? We've got Double Trouble. You can download their mobile app. And if you're in the Texas area, in Houston or Richmond, Texas, in that area, they've got an awesome food truck. And you'll know when you see their menu if they've thought outside of the box, and they're offering different types of cheesesteaks. Lori and Lauren, any final thoughts this morning? We're just hoping everybody's having a great morning.
Everybody's having a great morning. I just wanted to remind people to go on to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast and listen to some great tips. And always check out www.ourapps.io and find out all the information you can to bring your business to the next level.
Aw, I like that. Also, currently right now, we are offering, because of our lead time, to do free marketing for your businesses. So yeah, we're doing it for Double Trouble. They send us pictures, we churn out, but we also offer training to help you know how to do your own marketing. And I saw Lori and Lauren, I saw this morning you guys were promoting the show, and I saw that video you did. Was that you, Lauren?
Yes, Lauren.
I was like, wow, Isaiah did a great job for them. And it was Lauren using this technology that we showed her how to use.
Yes.
And I think it's only like $10, $15 a month. And it looked like a quality video.
It was great. She did awesome.
Yes. And it was phenomenal. And you know what? And that might have taken you a little time, the first one, but Lauren, it'll get faster and faster. You'll be able to do it from your phone. You're going to love it. So we'll support you and we'll help you market your mobile app, but we also train you on how to market your own business. So any other final thoughts, Bill, this morning?
I think we very well covered that.
All right. Good topics. Expand your protein base. Everybody have a great day. Be kind to one another, and God bless. Bye-bye. Bye from Helen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Look for the Daily Dose to premiere on its own podcast next week. Join us tomorrow, and we're going to have a whole bunch more to talk about.